The Rumble team is set for action.
It's Monday night, the lights are bright, ready for
The Rumble team is set.
It's Monday night, the lights are bright, ready for the thrill, we're taking flight. The engines roar, the crowd's alive. In this fast-paced world, we're ready to fly. Let's rumble, let's race. Feel the rush, heartbeats pounding, adrenaline's a must. Hit the track, we're chasing the dream. No time to waste, we're a winning team. With every turn, we're pushing bounds. The asphalt sings, the victory sounds. Fuel our passion, chase the line. In this moment, everything's divine. Let's rumble, let's race. Feel the rush, heartbeats pounding, adrenaline's a must. Hit the track, we're chasing the dream. No time to waste, we're a winning team. With every turn, we're pushing bounds. The asphalt sings, the victory sounds. Fuel our passion, chase the line. In this moment, everything's divine. Whoa, whoa. Let's rumble, let's race. Feel the rush. Heartbeats pounding, adrenaline's a must. Hit the track, we're chasing a dream. No time to waste, we're a winning team. We're driving hard, don't look back. In this wild ride, we're on the right track. With every heartbeat, we're racing the night. Together we'll conquer, together we'll fight. Let's rumble, let's race. Feel the rush, heartbeats pounding, adrenaline's a must. Oh, hit the track, we're chasing the dream. No time to waste, we're a winning team. So drive it hard, don't look back. In this wild ride, we're on the right track. Heartbeat, heartbeat, we're racing the night. Together we'll conquer, together we'll fight. Let's so gear up, it's time to ignite. With every rumble, we own the night. High. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Evening, everybody. Monday night. We know what that is. It's Rumble night. Round 7 of season 14 of the Roadster Rumble. Back in the chair tonight after having a well-earned break last week. Big thank you to Grant Boyden for stepping in and doing such a fantastic job. I'm thinking that Grant would be the perfect replacement, but he's resisted my calls to jump in and have a go, so back again. But again, a big thank you to Grant for last week. It's definitely lifted the broadcast up a notch. Some really big shoes to fill, but we'll give it our best shot. So tonight we are at Ledenon, Circuit de Ledenon in France. This is a new track for the Roadster Rumble. Never been here previously. Boys did a bit of a practice session last night, and I must say, after the last 2 rounds of having what we would consider to be fairly big drafting tracks, tonight is going to be completely different. This is a circuit that is up and down all over the place and really has some tricky corners to it. So I think qualifying tonight is going to be the key. The boys are going to have to put in their best efforts in qualifying, hope to start up the front, but of course on top of that, remember that races 2 and 3 will have a grid inversion of some description. I'm not sure what that is just yet. But in the meantime, we can, for the first time, actually show you how the championship stands right at this point in time. So, as we go back to... I'll use this screen just because it's going to be easier to show. Apologies there, that's iRacing. So there is our current championship standings. We can see Michael Vos is on top of the championship at the moment, 51 points clear of both Moz Moroz and Ben Singer, who are tied for second. Jeff Connell, who has gone AWOL, hasn't been around the last couple of rounds, totally dominated the early part of the season, but the boys have now caught up and passed Jeff. So Loshi, who is currently fifth with a good night tonight, could slide up into that fourth spot. Damo, unfortunately, won't be with us tonight, so that gives Loshi even more chance. Boydie's got a bit of a gap to track down to get to Damo, but is racing tonight, so hopefully he can close that gap. And as we can see, Steve Barker currently rounds out our top 10. So with that in mind, qualifying is almost done, so we might get down on track. And now I'm going to make no guarantees here because I have tried to use this a few times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm going to give it a crack. So look at that. There is our starting grid. So it's going to be Michael Vos from pole with Moz out of 2. Then it's Loshi. Brad Wooten out of 4. Glenn Boyd is out of 6. Ben Singer, and then it's Darren Linus, Campbell Hutton. I'm not sure what happened there. Scott Harvey and Stephen Barker. Then Shannon Curry, Rob McGrath, Phil Paradiso, and Ray Harrison. We've got obviously got a few issues with some of the driver features, but never mind. It is a different sort of a grid, so maybe a few technical issues, but we'll get that sorted, hopefully in time for next week. I don't know that I'm clever at doing these things on the fly, but I'll have a look at it when I get a chance. So here we go. Boys are gridding up for race 1. I have to apologise. I have got Grant's flu, by the way, so I'll do the best I can as the lights are on. Looks like Michael got a good start. The front row, in fact, got a good start. Everyone is away cleanly. It will be Michael that leads him into turn 1. Moz slots up into that second spot. I watched these two boys race last night in the practice session. Moz is not afraid of putting the car up the inside on some of these corners, but to his credit, Michael wasn't taking no for an answer. Evening to Scary 79, and also Big G is with us. Thanks for joining us on the chat, boys. So this first race is going to be 8 laps, no pit stops or anything required. It's a straight out sprint to the end. Loshi holding down that third spot, pretty much where he qualified. Brad Wooten in 4th, then Ben Singer, then Glenn Boyd, Darren Linus, Campbell Hutton, Rob McGrath, Scott Harvey, Steve Barker, Shannon Curry, Ray Harrison, and Phil Paradiso. No incidents to report as of yet, as the boys complete lap 1. Moz having a look. He's determined. Oh, he's actually pushed Michael a little bit wide, but Michael's going to hang tough on the outside. This is a carbon copy of what happened last night. Michael's not prepared to make it easy for Moz to get through. This is going to be a tough night for overtaking, so there's a lot of risk involved with trying to get these moves done, because as we saw, Michael leads the championship. Moz is currently in a battle with Ben Singer for that second spot, so yeah, there's still a fair way to go in the season. There's still another 5 races after this one. Or as Brad takes a look at Loshy. Meanwhile, back in the pack, we've got a couple of crashes. Let's go back and have a look and see what happened to Steve Barker, first of all. What's happened to Steve? I think he's got a little bit loose there on entry. He's tried to hold on to it. Oh, he's avoided contact with Shannon. And then, like Phil Paradiso's also had an incident somewhere. Phil may have done a similar thing. Has he looped this all on his own? He has. It's coming a little bit hot. Tyres aren't quite up to temp. Back live now. And Michael's still leading about a half a second over Moz. She's still in that third. Oh, just as we come back live, who's that? That looks like it might be Brad. Is it Brad Wooten that's... Not sure what happened there. Was that Brad all on his own, or was he helped? Let's have a look. No, he's looped it all on his own. Oh, just a little bit of a tap there from Boydie, who had to go wide to avoid him, but I think everybody survived that. Back live once more. The front three now have all got another crasher in the background. That looks like that was Campbell Hutton. We're only on lap 4, only just on half race distance, and already we've had more incidents than I think we had in the whole of last week. Quickly go back and have a look and see what Campbell did to make it to our highlights reel. Again, I think this might be just driver error. Yes, oh, kicks it off the wall. If you're going to have an incident, that's the best kind. No damage. And able to keep running. So our biggest mover so far is actually Rob McGrath, up 5 spots. As our front three are still battling it out. Then in 4th now is about a 1.3 behind. Another 2.5 seconds roughly back to Darren Linus, who's duking it out with Boydie, who's just got past as I say that. Apologies once more, my voice is starting to go already, so could be a long night. See, the field has spread out. Those few incidents that we had a look at certainly sort of spread the field out now. Our front three is still fairly well nose to tail. Bed's still that 1.5 seconds back. Just further back, it battle with Ray Harrison and Shannon Curry. Ray's up 5 spots at the moment, so also having a good run. Checking our weather map. It's 22 degrees and overcast. Track temp is 22 degrees, so tyres shouldn't be an issue tonight. As we head back up the front. Watch this battle again between Michael and Moz, the two M's. You can see from the drone shot the undulations of this track. It's quite a difficult little circuit to navigate, especially in Mazda, which tends to have a lot of understeer early on, which quickly converts to oversteer once you get a bit of temp up in those tyres. Oh, Moz came in really hot there. That's compromised his exit. As I said, I watched these boys duke it out last night, and Michael very good at defending once he gets to the front. What's happened? Yoshi's got past Moz. I'm going to go back and have a look at this. I'm not sure what happened. Ah, so that was on the... due to the poor exit. And we saw Moz nearly run into the back of Michael. Cost him momentum, and Yoshi's pounce, taken full advantage of it. That's certainly helping Michael with his challenge of being able to hold on to this championship lead. Of course, Michael is going for back-to-back championships. He was a champion last season, season 13, so winning a championship is not new to him. White flag. So last lap. Right on board with Moz for this last lap. Looks like race 1 is going to go to Michael. Loshy will grab that second. Oz will grab third. All right, going to try something completely different again now. And there you have it. There is our podium for race 1. Michael Vos home first. Loshy home second with Moz third. I love it when a plan comes together. Oops. Not so happy when we get double. Oh, I love it when we have these. Dear. We seem to have. All right, so hopefully here is our grid. Oh, we're probably going to have to... The lights are on. This is the problem with having this sort of stuff, is that we just don't get enough time to... Oh, we're having all sorts of issues here, just what I didn't need tonight. Apologies for this. I suppose if you're busy, if you're going to try these things, you've got to take the good with the bad. And unfortunately, we're just having a few minor hiccups. Back with the racing, that's a good thing. Always thought tonight was going to be all about ironing out some bugs. Not sure what caused that glitch. Anyway, back to the racing, and it is Mr. Boyd leading us at the moment, who is going to join us in the broadcast room. Glenn is now with us in the studio, but we'll give him the opportunity to settle into his race, because he's got that horrible Moz annoying him at the moment.
I do.
How are you, Mr. Boyd?
Yeah, pretty good. No, it's not the moz you need to worry about, it's the cold tyres.
So I wonder what... so Michael Vos has actually done his pit drive-through early. Has Moz learned anything from race 1? He's certainly stuck like glue. Glenn's turn now to put pressure on the back of Moz. These two go hammer and tongs. Meanwhile, Darren Linus up 4 spots into third. Jump on board with Glenn. Slightly longer race this time around. Got 11 laps instead of the 8 of race 1. Plus just a drive through pit lane. No need to stop for tyres or fuel. Moz sets the fastest lap that time around. 1:33.853. Oh, that's quickly been beaten by Brad Wooten. I think Brad's on a bit of a mission this race. So Michael was the first of our runners to have done his pit lane drive-through, and actually was the quickest so far with a 28.1 second time. Interesting to see where that places him once our front 7 runners complete their drive-through, which our 2 leaders are doing right now. Well, the whole field has now done it. So they all head back out on track. So it's Moz still leading. Glenn still in second. Then Darren's still got that 3rd spot. Michael is 4th. So Phil Paradiso and Campbell Hutton both get a yellow flag. That would be a slowdown of some description. Field has pretty much spread out this race, which is a little bit different from race 1, but Looks like the battle for third might be on with Michael, Brad and Darren. All pretty much nose to tail. What, half race distance now? We've got a crasher further back. Time is Shannon Curry. What's happened to Shannon? Comes up over the top of the hill. Coming a little bit hot, I think. Gets a lot of that inside curb, unsettles the car, and around she goes. A lot of tyre smoke. I think he was lighting them up well before that came to a rest. Still Moz leading, just over 2 seconds on Glenn now. Darren further 1.2 further back, and then this battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Oh, Darren's run it slightly wide. Oh, so's Brad. And it's just to maintain their spot. Michael now putting Darren under a lot of and slides up on the inside. Might have been a gentle tap there. That's opened the door for Brad to get through as well. Brad, I think Brad will be pretty keen to try and make amends for race 1 and get through on Michael. But as I said, Michael's probably one of the best defensive drivers I've seen, especially on this track. I say it's good to see Brad back in the MX-5. He was an absolute guru with the Legacy 2010 Cup car. That was always his favourite. But great to see that he's adapted and moved on up to the 16. He's just as lethal in the 16 as what he was in the 10. Meanwhile, Phil Paradiso has got a meatball, which is telling me that he's had a big off somewhere. Or has he... What's Phil done? Must have blown the trans, because he didn't have an accident per se, but he's definitely got a meatball, so he's back in the pits. I think for those of you that are watching the screen, I think... Oh no, Michael spun! Oh no! That's huge for the championship. Glenn is back, as we could see on the screen. He was dropping out there for a minute, but he is back, which is good. Not sure what happened to Michael here. He's done it all on his own. Just come in a little bit hot. Got the inside curb, then onto the outside curb, and just loops it. Oh, Darren and Brad, top effort to avoid that. Meanwhile, back at the front, Moz is stretching that lead. Steve Barker has a yellow flag, which would be an off track somewhere. So Moz continues on. Meanwhile, looks like Loshi has closed up onto the back of Darren now. Loshi looking for a way through. As I said before, this is a really tough track to get any passing done. Grant would know all about that. I've watched a couple of Grant's videos on his Skip Barber races here at Ledenon as the boys are on their final lap for race 2. Go back and find our leader. Was making his way around the final corner up the hill to greet the checkered flag. So it will be Moz home first, followed by Glenn Boyd, Brad Wooten. Michael Vose should hold on to that fourth spot, which he does. Loshi gets through on Darren in the end to take some valuable points in 5th. Ben down in 7th. And it should be Scott Harvey, Ray Harrison, Steve Barker, Shannon Curry, Rob McGrath, Campbell Hutton and Phil Paradiso. All right, I'm going to attempt fate and try again and see if we can bring up our podium for this race. Just waiting for the official results. All right, we should have a maybe not. Oh well. We tried. All right. On that note, boys are having a quick break before their final race tonight, the feature. So we might take a quick break. I might have a look at a few of these gremlins in the break, and we'll be back shortly. boys are about to grid up for race 3. And forever the optimist, we're going to give it a crack, and it's Michael Vose off of pole. Brad Wooten will be off of 2. Then it'll be Glenn Boyd, Moz Moroz, Loshi and Darren Linus, your row 3. Row 4 will be Ben Singer and Scott Harvey. Row 5 will be Ray Harrison and Stephen Barker. And then it'll be Shannon Curry and Rob McGrath. As the lights are on, and we're about to get underway for our final race for tonight. Looks like a good clean getaway by everyone. It's going to be Michael leads them through the first couple of turns. In fact, the only position gained was by Moz on Glenn. They come through to complete lap 1. Still Michael, looks like Moz is putting Brad under a little bit of pressure. So I think that's Ray Harrison that's, or Scott Harvey that's jumped into the pits. Scott getting his pit stop done nice and early. Still Michael leading. Brad and Moz side by side. You see how unsettled these cars get from these low camera angles. This part of the track is, you can see the cars actually bottom out through here. Or they climb back up the hill to complete another lap. Still very much line astern as Michael Vose sets the quickest lap. So at this stage, Scott is the only one to have completed his pit stop. 53.4 seconds. I did notice on this track that the pit lane is quite unique. Has a lot of steps to it. The boys were playing around doing their drive through the pits last night and getting a bit airborne. Loshi now into the pits as Moz looks to try and put a bit of pressure on Michael for the lead. He's Moz is never going to be left wondering. We jump to our drone. Oh, Moslow! Oh, got all crossed up there. Stuck the nose in where it wasn't wanted. So it definitely cost him a bit of time. Glenn, no! Go back and have a look at that. We just caught that out of the back of Michael's car. Oh, Glenn had to check up a little bit. Tried to avoid. Oh, so it was 3 wide going up the hill. Oh, Moz gives Glenn the old hip and shoulder.
Yeah, I felt like I was in the wrong spot. I just realised when I seen the corner that I think I put my car at 1 full width in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think with Brad on the inside, it was always going to be a tough call to be able to make it stick. But you got to have a crack.
You know what they say, outside is suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you don't go, you'll never know.
Yeah, they just lost a bit of momentum, so I thought I'd just keep it there, but hindsight.
It's shuffled the order a little bit now. That's put Brad up into second, which has given Michael a little bit of a breathing space, but then oh, Brad gets it crossed up. These boys are pedaling really hard in race 3. Brad again gets squirrely under brakes. So they come charging up the hill again to complete lap 5. As you can see, Moz is sideways in the background there. That's the way Moz likes to drive. Oh, he's got it really crossed up this time. That's definitely cost him momentum. Not sure that Darren... Moz has lost a couple of spots. Oh no, he's oh, he's trying. Oh wow. Moz is making a bit of a meal out of this one. As Ben now gets through on Moz. Oh, Moz has got a slowdown as well. To make it even worse, he's going to have to wash that off somehow. He's trying to do it without letting Darren through. Darren says, no good going that way, Darren. That's the long way home. He's cleared that slowdown and managed to hold on to that spot, but he has dropped back to 4th now as he decides to do his pit stop, and Darren Linus follows him through. Meanwhile, back at the front, it's still Michael Vos. Brad Wooten in 2nd. Ben Singer now up into that 3rd spot. Ray Harrison up 5 spots, currently into 4th. Then Shannon Curry with a good drive up 6 into position 5. But we'll run back through the field so you can see where all the drivers are currently. So that's Brad in 2nd. Then we go back to Ben in 3rd, about 2.5, just over 2.5 seconds behind Brad. Then that's Ray Harrison, currently in our 4th spot. Back to Shannon Curry. Boydie about to take that spot off Shannon. Gets the move done. So Glenn now up into 5th spot. Shannon in 6th. And Phil Paradiso up 7 spots, currently in that 7th position. Then it's Campbell Hutton. And the first of our pit stop runners is Loshi, who has, through that early pit stop, managed to now get ahead of both Darren and Moz. So there's Moz and Darren. Moz now through on Darren. And we go back to Rob McGrath, who's also done his pit stop. Currently down in that 12th spot. He's got Scott Harvey with a new livery this week. In behind Rob. Scott, as we know, did his pit stop on lap 1, so he's ticked that box. It looks like he's got the Flintstones this week. It's as the livery. And then the last of our on-track runners is Steve Barker, who's also done his pit stop, so be looking to gain a few spots when the rest of the field complete theirs. As we go back now to our leader, still got Brad very close behind. It's like Rob McGrath's come unstuck. Go back and have a look and see what's happened to Rob. Just runs a little bit wide, gets the rear right-hand tyre onto the white line, and that's all she wrote. No grip, and into a gentle spin. Meanwhile, Brad and Glenn are both into the pits, getting their pit stops out the way. Our quickest pit stop time, God, that's a tongue twister, so far has been Ben Singer, who was nearly 2 seconds quicker than Loshi. 1.5 seconds quicker than Moz. So Brad is back out on track and currently leads our pit stop runners. So got a gaggle of cars here now. Brad is leading this gaggle of our pit stop runners. Brad had a really slow pit stop of 55.5. Are you finding the cold tyres Glenn?
Yeah, better than the warm ones.
Interesting.
Yeah, the 8 laps is the minimum. The guys who pitted early, it's going to be excruciating.
Yeah, you wonder just when the tyre drop off will start. What's happened to thought Ben dropped off our timing screen there for a minute, but he's back. Looks like Michael is going to try and hang on. No, Michael is now into the pits. Michael Voss into the pits from the lead of the race. So this is going to be interesting as to where does Michael rejoin. Should be about halfway through his pit stop now. Bring up the track map to just have a look. So Michael's at pit exit as Brad enters the main straight. So Michael has got a substantial lead. It's got over a 3-second lead. It is coming down, however. I think Michael's just trying to get those new tyres up to temp. The field is definitely gaining on him. Being dragged along by Brad. Still in that second spot. Ben in third. Then it's Loshy. Moz, as always, still there as well. Getting a lot of incidents coming up on my screen. I'm not sure whether these are actual incidents or we've got a bit of a glitch. This is Phil Paradiso. I think Phil's been caught out again. Yep. Oh, Brad's run it wide just as we come back live. To open the door for Ben to slide on through. Ben running a very defensive line through some of these corners. Compromises his exit, which he's left the door open. Brad's made it back on through again. Ben now coming under pressure from Loshi and Moz, of course. I reckon Moz might have escorted Loshi a bit wide that time through. You can see the front brake rotors on these little Mazdas are glowing red. Definitely is a hard circuit on brakes, that's for sure. This four-way battle for the minors has certainly taken the pressure off of Michael, who is now 3.5 seconds further up the road. With about 4.5 laps to go. Look at those front brake rotors on Moses. Very hard on the brakes is our Mosquito, as Grant likes to call him. Oh, Moz tries to go up the inside on Ben. Didn't quite get the move done. Shannon Curry obviously been off track somewhere. Picked up a slowdown. Moss still trying to find a way through on Ben. I think Moz was pretty keen for that final podium spot. And has now finally got the move done. This is a real battle for the overall championship. As I said, these two boys are locked together on points at the moment, Moz and Ben. From the commentary that I did pick up on last night, I don't think this has been one of Ben's favourite tracks. So he's not doing a bad job. Up 3 spots at the moment. Just off the podium spots. So 3 laps to go now. Hard work, Mr. Boyd.
Yeah, not a good night. Pretty much all my own doing, I guess, but yeah, that's all right. Good to have a steer anyway.
Jump on board with Glenn for a lap of this fantastic circuit. And hear the throttle modulation required to get through some of these twisty parts of the circuit. A lot of these corners are actually blind entry corners too, aren't they, Glenn?
They are. This one here is, look at this one.
Yeah, up over the hill,
And
down the hill. Oh, just a little lift off. Then it's hard braking. Back up the hill. Oh, a bit of gravel on the track there. Oh, this corner is really hard on the brakes. Then back up the hill.
yep, that's the corner you know whether your tyres work or not.
And over the line to complete a lap. As we go back and find our battle for the minor places. Brad seems to have second place under control at the moment. Right on board with Moz. He's got Ben and Loshi still squabbling over that final podium spot. Oh, Moz has actually got another slowdown. How will he? He can't. I don't think he's going to be able to get rid of it. He has now, but I reckon that's allowed Ben to get through. It has. Oh, Moz has run wide. That's opened the door for Loshi as well. Wow. We're starting the final lap and Moz has dropped 2 spots as a result of that slowdown. This is going to get hectic with this final lap. Oh no, I think Moz has got into the back of Loshi. Oh wow. He has redressed and given that spot back. Got to quickly go back and get a replay in of this to see what happened. Oh, he's just given Loshi the lightest of taps, which has sent Loshi spinning off the track. As I said, Moz has redressed. It's also allowed Darren to sneak through, so Moz now is down to 6th. So we pick up on our leader. Brad has managed to close that gap down to around 2 seconds, but it's not going to be enough as let's see. Michael make his way across the finish line. So it will be Michael from Brad. Ben will get home for 3rd. The battle still rages, I think. Loshi should get home, he does. And Darren. Then it'll be Moz. Steve Barker, good drive in the end to get home in 7th. Then it's Scott Harvey, who's another good drive. Boydie home in 9th. Then it will be Ray Harrison, Shannon Curry, Phil Paradiso, and Campbell Hutton, with Rob McGrath failing to go the distance. So there you have it. A big night of bit of everything tonight, hey Glenn?
Yeah, rough night at a really rough track, and what can I say? Should have probably done some more practice, but no, it was a good track. Actually, after that long race, I feel like I could probably have a really good crack now, but no, that's all right. And thanks for having me on. I better shoot off the road, and I'll catch you up next week or when I see you next.
All right, no worries. Thanks for joining us, Glenn.
Yep, shout out to all the viewers. Thanks, guys.
Ciao. All right, we've got our 3 podium finishes now in the broadcast with us. So we'll start off with our winner, Michael. A good run tonight.
Yep, set for that second race, but had a little half spin there. Other than that, it was good.
Yeah, no, some valuable points. You're building that championship lead nicely.
Yep, still good.
How,
Tracks, tracks like you sort of got to be on edge everywhere.
I was going to say, how did you find the track? I think
Yeah, it's not the easiest track on the schedule, that's for sure.
It's I don't know. I suppose of the normal production cars, the Mazda's probably about the only one that I would endeavour to try around a track like this. I think it's more open wheeler type.
Yeah, I think it suits the Formula B better.
Yeah, it's just one of those tracks. It's a little bit twisty, a little bit tight for even the Mazda. But
Yep.
You managed to come away with a good bag of points, so well done. And Brad, a second place.
Yeah, mate, pretty good. Other than the first race as well, I had a little bit of a spin on the first race, trying to get used to this track. It wasn't in the iRacing schedule last time I was on iRacing, and it's definitely a tough little circuit. So, yeah,
and how are you finding the 16 Cup car now? I know you always were a fan of the 2010 Cup car. What are you thinking of, like, with all the updates and that they've done to the 16 in recent times?
Yeah, it seems pretty good. This is only my second week back on in a few years. So, but yeah, it definitely seems like a pretty good fun car to drive, except for a track like this where it just seems, like Michael was saying, where it's just on ice the whole track. So
yeah, it's one of those. I mean, it is a big change up for you boys too. I mean, I was saying at the start of the broadcast, the last 2 rounds been pretty sort of draft friendly tracks, whereas you get to somewhere like this and it's completely the opposite. It's like night and day. It's crazy. But no, good effort. I was sort of watching you sort of come to terms with the track as the night progressed, and it was good to see the old Brad back. And sort of you take a little while to adjust and get your bearings, but once you're there, then you're still as quick as what you used to be. So you haven't lost much.
No, he is open, mate. And then next week it's on a business as usual track, so hopefully it can be fighting again for up the front. Yeah.
Watkins Glen is another track that offers a fair bit of drafting and stuff. So it's actually a really good track to close out the season. And Ben,
mate, I'm back again.
That was a very up and down night for you, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, I'm not a fan of this track. I think I'm a fair bit slower than these guys. So I'm just giving it everything just to stay with them. So that last race was it took it out of me. I'm a sweaty boy.
and especially when you've got to battle someone like the mosquito as well. That's never an easy job. Moz is one of those guys that's never frightened to put the nose of the car where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, he'll throw it in everywhere. But it's great racing. And then when they came together, I'm just trying as hard as I can not to spin myself. So no, it's yeah, great night. But yeah, this is not my preferred track. But yeah.
Oh, it was certainly an entertaining night of racing, that's for sure. All right, we'll go back to Michael. Any shout-outs, Michael?
Just the usual. Just thanks to yourself and all the guys, Roadster Rumble guys, Send It Decal Works, and Simline Race Service.
No worries. And Brad, any shout-outs?
Just the same as Michael. Yeah, this league's still pumping. Like, just thank all you guys that run it. It's really awesome league, good clean racing. So yeah, thank you for allowing us to come back and have a race. It's awesome.
No worries. And Ben, finally?
Yeah, okay, the other guys, great racing every week. So really appreciate it. Thanks to yourself, thanks to the admin. Yeah, no, it's great fun.
No worries. All right. Well, on that note, we might close off tonight. As the boys said, another fantastic night of racing. Looking forward to our final round next week from Watkins Glen. We'll get the points up during the week and see how it all washes out after tonight. But I'm certain that the racing next week will be just as good, if not better. So make sure you join us, same time, same place, next Monday night for our final round of season 14. Until then, stay safe and good evening to all. Thanks, boys.